Yo, what up? NFL Combine. Yo, it's done, man. And there's some standouts that we got to talk about as that just went down this past week. And also, there's a lot of NFL news to get to, man. Players are being released, players are being extended. Yo, it's going down and it's going crazy because we got free agency coming up. And also today, I'm going to get into my NFL free agent series and I'm going to tackle two positions as I'm going to go with, of course, the quarterbacks. And we're going to talk a little bit about their bodyguards, y'all. You know, those big dudes in front of them that do the blocking. Welcome to Gridiron Nation, familia. We're talking UFL and Caleb Williams. So sit back, relax, enjoy the ride, because Wicked One is coming with G&P and it's live. Yo, let's get it on, baby. Gridiron Nation. Come on. It's time I get in the game, forget the money and fame. Stay ready, making sure that they'll remember my name. I got a hunger inside when the numbers are tied. I'ma turn it up a level, never will be denied. I got them back on their heels, about to have me a meal. Not Zeke, but I'ma eat the way I'm seeing the field. Take out the competition, they'll remember the name. The Wicked One, I always bring it, got my head in the game. Now it's on. Yeah, man, I always get pumped when I hear my music, baby. I'm like a wrestler coming out with WWE. It's like, hit my music. And that starts, and I start getting pumped, man. I'm just chilling. I'm chilling, though. What is up, familia? Happy Wednesday evening. Happy hump day. Welcome to another episode of Gridiron Nation Podcast. Officially, this is episode number 94. Almost there, man. We're hitting 100 very soon, man. So thank each and every one of you who have been along for the ride or jumped on along the way. Appreciate every one of you, man. What is going on out there? Hope you guys are out there feeling good, living well, and definitely living blessed. I am your host, Gabriel Garcia, a.k.a. The Wicked One. In case y'all don't know, that intro right there, for those of you that are new to the show, a little something I did, I put down. Yeah, man, kind of proud of it. A little something I call My Time will be on my upcoming album. All right. And I'm going to give you guys my little QR code for my music here in a little while because it's time I start plugging my music, man, because I'm working on some music for the upcoming spring, summer seasons. And, I just got some beats. I haven't had time this week to get to them. It was part of the plan. I was going to spend like a full day in here doing nothing but music, man, because I downloaded some dope beats. I bought some from a new producer I found. Now, the dude I used to use, Big Boss out of Canada, he's not doing what I much anymore. So I had to hunt for another producer, man, and Robin Wesley was the dude. So I got some new stuff I'm excited to work on with you guys, man. But hey, for now, here we are, baby. Here we are. This is the podcast that is made for the average hardcore football fan by the average hardcore football fan. Y'all already understand that's exactly what I am, man. What is up, familia? Hey, are you guys doing good? Hope you guys are out there feeling all right, man. For me, I'm finally getting better. You know, if you guys know me, hey, and by the way, appreciate to those of you, man, my true dogs, you know, the ones that reached out to me this week, you know, and then saying, just checking on me, seeing how I'm doing, man. I appreciate you fellas, man. There's a couple of you out there, man. You guys know who you are, and I appreciate you guys, man. But damn, went from like a flu, you know, cold, everything all here was messed up. Y'all remember last week I was telling you it was my allergies. It was more than my allergies, apparently. But and then all of a sudden, man, like the cough and cold said, oh, you're gonna complain right now about this. All right, we're going to hold back. And then the stomach flu kicked in. They were like, go ahead, do your thing. Man, that stomach flu knocked me down for like 3 days, y'all, like straight up. You know, that takes a lot out of you. And it was funny because like the day I woke up where I was finally slept all night and I was up and I was like, all right, cool. My stomach's all right. Everything up here came back. Damn it. I don't know what the hell, man. Let's hit the chat, man. See what y'all talking about. JP, I saw your comment, man. I think I ran it like 3 minutes, right? The show starting screen. Because I wanted to make sure, like, one thing I got from Jersey is spending that time to shout out to my boy Jersey, by the way. Is spending that first 2-3 minutes while you've got the show starting screen on to share it to all the groups. So
That's what I did. All right. Jersey, what is up, man? What's going on, bro? But freaking JP, man. Feel like the one, when you get to the theater, guys, and you're just sitting there. That's what JP's talking about, man. Like not even the trailers have started. Not even like none of the commercials. They show the commercials for like the DACC and stuff like that. There's just a screen that says like "Welcome to Allen Theaters," or it's like a little freaking some doctor's office in town. Just a still picture. So you're just sitting there, and you got your popcorn, and you're eating. You're like, damn. All right, we still got a few minutes. Yeah, people coming in. I'm still the first one here, though, or what? I get it, bro. That's how you were feeling, all right, man? Jersey says, Showtime, baby. Gridiron Nation, stand up. That is right. Stand up, familia. That's right, man. Hey, B, how you doing, girl? Thank you for joining us this evening. Yeah, y'all, I got a good show for you guys, man. We got a lot to talk about. And it is going down. JP says, glad to see you're doing better, bro. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you for checking up on me, man. You, Jersey Angel, man, you guys reached out this week. Say, hey, just checking up on you, man, seeing how you're doing. It kicked my ass, man. Y'all know these stomach viruses do not play. And I've spent half my damn vacation messing with this damn thing. Piss me off, man. Piss me off. Hey, Angel, what is up, man? He says, sorry, I'm late, carnal. My bad. I'm here. Yes, you are here, man. And we are ready to do this, guys. We got, damn. For it not being NFL season, there sure is a hell of a lot of football to talk about right now, man. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Today alone, been all kinds of crazy stuff going down today, guys. And, okay, so we got to talk about the NFL Combine here. We won't spend too much time on it because I'm one of these people, y'all, that it's just, the Combine is what it is. To me, it's like these guys that are just trying to up their draft stock, but, it's mostly for the guys, that are, like, let's say you're just a second rounder, man. You're trying to prove to these guys that you've got the skill set to, get into the first round, because that first round is a whole lot of different money for the rookies. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is for me. For these guys who are on the cusp, maybe they're trying to get drafted, maybe just they don't know. But, when it comes to the big-time players, Combine really doesn't matter. But we're going to get into that today. I also got a lot of NFL news, like I said, lots to talk about. Damn, teams are clearing space. They're franchise tagging people, which the franchise tag expired yesterday, the deadline. So we'll talk about some of the players that got tagged. And, man, free agency is about to kick in on Monday, guys. So it's about to get crazy, man. We're going to have a lot to get to next week. And I got to talk about UFL training camp a little bit. Most specifically, I got to address a question. It's a fan listener question that was sent in by Jersey the King last week. And it's going to address my Renegades, man, and people still sleeping on them, bro. It's all good. It's all good. We're going to talk about UFL just a little bit, and I'll answer that question. And also, main topics of the day is going to be my NFL free agent series. I was going to do the O-lineman this week, just the O-lineman. And then being sick all week, man, I fell behind on stuff, and it hit me like 2 days ago, like, damn. Nah, man, free agency is about to kick in on Monday. If I wait on the quarterbacks, which is the most important position, I ain't going to have much to talk about, except whoever's left, because by Monday, some of these players are going to be signed up already. So we're going to touch on the quarterbacks and free agency today, and I'll give you my top 5, as well as my top 5 O-linemen, not specific to just center, tackle, or guard. I'll just give you my top 5 across the board, covering those 3 positions. All right, guys? So lot to get to, and also, I've been meaning to do this, but I got to talk about Caleb Williams, okay? I'm tired of people hating on this dude, calling him a diva. Do whatever you want. But the fact that people are letting their hate for however they feel about this dude, like hate on his game. Like, oh, I don't like him. He's a diva. So because of that, he's overrated. He ain't that good. Some of y'all just let your bias totally, you lose logic, football logic. You know what I mean? When you don't like a player for whatever reason. So I'm going to talk about Caleb Williams today, y'all. And also, I'm going to give you my thoughts on, hey, Chicago Bears got the number 1 pick. What are they going to do, y'all? I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to tell you why I think they should draft Caleb Williams and trade Justin Fields, man. I don't care if you get a second rounder for him. That's just my opinion. And I'm going to tell you why as we get into the show, man. But hey, welcome everybody. Let's get back to the comments, man. See what y'all are talking about. Oh, y'all replying to each other. Never mind. Y'all having a conversation in my damn comments. Damn it. Give me something I can work with. Okay? Oh, what's Saturday? What announcement? What are you talking about? All right. I don't know. But let's get rocking. Let's get to man because I'm just trying to in Jersey. I know you've been sick too. And I'm sorry, bro. He got hit with the same damn thing. Bro, how does that happen? Like we just talk on the phone. You live out in Vegas, dog. I know I ain't spread that stuff through the phone. So I hope you feel better, my friend. I hope you do, man, because we got a good show to come in this Saturday, y'all. Don't forget to tune into the Gridiron this Saturday, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Me and Jersey the King gonna be live, and I will be there this week, man. I was supposed to be there this past week, but I got sick, and y'all already know, and it was nasty, and you don't want to hear about it. Okay? I already got enough issues going on, guys. I got enough issues going on. You know, Angel, I'm talking to you the other day, guys. I'm just talking about like, okay, I've been able to sleep. When I was sick, you know, when you got, you know, that kind of stuff going on with your stomach, man, you ain't sleeping. Nah. And then they tell you drink water to stay hydrated. But the more you drink water, you're afraid to drink water because that means you're going to put something in your stomach and you're going to be back in the bathroom, right? I know it's nasty. I don't care. Don't judge me. Okay. So I haven't been able to sleep. And finally, I was able to sleep after about 3 nights of not sleeping, man. I was up like every hour and a half. Oh, poor Betsy. My poor Betsy. She was up and she didn't complain, y'all. I'll tell her the next day she'd be so tired getting up, going to work. I'll tell her, you didn't sleep, how I kept you up. Yeah, and that's how I tried. She's like, I know, it's okay. You know, I get it. You know, that's a sign of a good woman right there, y'all. So, but I'm just, so the other day I'm talking to Angel, right? It's bad enough. I'm finally able to get some sleep. Okay, and it was messed up because we've been binge watching Sons of Anarchy. Okay, hell of a show, man, but it's too crazy. So much drama. And when you binge watch it, you're like, damn, every night, man, 3 episodes. And you're like, damn, man, I can't handle this. Let's watch another one. So, you know, and it was messed up because when you're not sleeping and you're binge watching something every night, that starts getting into your dreams. So I started having these weird dreams, man, about my life and Sons of Anarchy. It was messed up. And it's because I was only sleeping about an hour and a half in intervals. Okay, for 3 straight nights. It was horrible, man. I don't understand how traumatizing this was for me. I'll wake up and I'm like, damn. You know, I see Danny Trejo. I see Jax Tyler. I'm like, oh, shit. Why am I home? Damn it. I got to get up and use the bathroom. And there I go. Come back, go back to sleep. Same damn thing again. And then I'm finally able to get over it. So, you know, I call Angel back and he was checking on me, telling me I was going. And I'm on the phone. And all of a sudden, my Google Home. Y'all have any of those Google Home, the mini? Kind of like the Alexa thing, but I got Google Mini at home. I'm chilling on the phone, y'all. And all of a sudden, I hear it all loud, blasted, says, playing Rihanna. I'm on the phone and I'm talking to Angel. Yeah, man. Yeah, dog. So, you know, like, what the hell? And then there was nothing. I'm talking to Angel and I'm like, dude, I don't know. My freaking Google thing's tripping. And then all of a sudden, Rihanna starts playing. No. That's a whole lot of hell no for me. Unplug that bitch. I unplugged it and it still kept freaking talking. You are about to lose power. You are about to shut down Google. I don't care. Shut up. I haven't slept. Okay? And that happens. What the hell's the rest of my week going to look like? What the hell are my dreams going to be like now? That's like some paranormal stuff, guys. I ain't playing and I ain't kidding either or over-exaggerating. And then so the first thing I do as soon as I'm talking to Angel and I'm telling him what's going on, and Angel's like, what, dog? I was about to get one of those. So I open up my Spotify app. I'm like, is Rihanna playing? Like maybe, you know, you touch it with your ear, like the screen. You know what I'm saying? And no, it's still on the last song that I stopped playing in the car when I was driving or like something like that. Or yeah. Because I hadn't driven the car in a few days, and that's usually when I'm listening to my Spotify. And I'm like, no, Rihanna's not playing on my Spotify. Now, granted, all my Roku TVs, my Mac, my laptop, they're all linked to my Spotify on my phone as well. So wherever I'm playing, whatever I'm choosing to play, it's going to be playing or pulls up on whatever device I open up, right? As last play. So the next day, I go to the TV, I turn it on. I'm like, all right, I'm starting to feel better, man. I'm gonna clean up the house a little bit, make it a productive day. So I put my sound, system on, and I put on the Spotify app, Roku TV. And I open it up, and what does it show as currently playing? Damn you, Rihanna. I'm a fan. But damn, scared the crap out of me. Yeah, I didn't have no more crap to be scared out of me, y'all. I barely plugged the damn thing back in today, man. My Google Mini. That shit traumatized me, y'all. Straight up, man. I can't do it. So that's what I've been dealing with, man. So, Jersey, I know you're sick, but I hope to God you don't go through that shit that I did, bro. Like, straight up. Okay? All right, y'all. Let's get to these damn Jersey. I know you laughing at me, dog, but this is serious shit. Damn it. My Google Mini, guy Rihanna's done possessed my Google Mini, and it's freaking haunted. I don't know what's going on. All right? Jersey says those devices are haunted. I ain't messing around. That's right. He says Gabe's traumatized. I am. Oh. But I turned it back on because I need that Google Home because, like, when I have my phone on silent and I forget to turn it on and I can't find where I put my phone down, it'll make it ring either way. So I need it. It's like we need each other. But now, damn thing terrifies me now. I don't know what's going on. Jersey says, that's why I don't have none of those devices. I ain't messing around. Exactly. Angel says, I hate when spooky shit like that happens, bro. It makes me not able to sleep either, right? Back in the day, some of y'all, and I don't care if I reveal my age here, JP. Some of y'all may remember a little thing called a Furby. It's like this little weird looking freaking troll furball thing that it would talk and say stuff and you could teach it languages. We used to have one. My kids, my oldest 3 kids, Angel, Marisa, and Gabriel, when they were little, and we had an apartment and we had one. They was giving one for Christmas. They were like real pricey back then. That thing would start talking in the middle of the night. So one day their mom's like, get that crap out of here. I ain't messing with that. Get it out of here. Things are crazy, man. Technology, Ray says, why don't you watch Ray? Yeah, where's your lady at? Get her in here, bro. Get it in here, bro. Get her in here, bro. Jersey says, I used to hate the Furbies, right? Right? All right. My venting is complete. Had to get that crap out of here, man. Hey, by the way, guys, before I go any farther, y'all look up your boy. Music available everywhere. Spotify, iHeart, Pandora, Amazon, anywhere. Anywhere you get your music, the Wicked One is there. Look it up. And if y'all ain't sure if you got the right one or not, that's the picture you want right there. Yeah. Wicked One. Or you can just, scan the QR code right there, pull you up on my Spotify, man. Put me up on your playlist. I'm going to have some new music coming, hopefully by the end of the summer. But hey, for now, I'm going to start promoting last year's summertime banger, man. Old school summertime, the song I did with my boy out of California, Mr. Rigo Luna, formerly of New Flavor. So, yeah, man, look up your boy, show your love, add me to your playlist, man, because it's going to be lit this summer when I got my music bumping, baby. And I know I make good music, and I ain't like being all like Mr. Conceited or nothing like that. But if I didn't have the confidence, man, I wouldn't be putting my music out there. You know what I mean? It takes a little bit of confidence to do that, man. So, Brian Stepnowski, what is up, man? How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing all right, man. I ain't heard from you in a while, brother. Good to see you on tonight. Jersey says, the Wicked rant is over. Yes. Yes, the Wicked rant is over for now. For now. So I get something else to vent about, bro. All right, man. Now, hey, so let's keep rolling on. Now, the first thing I want to get to is UFL, because Oh, actually, by the way, don't forget, guys. I wanted to quick reminder, man. March Madness is coming soon, man. So next week on next week's episode, it's going to be a recorded episode, but I am going to break down what we're looking at in terms of the tournaments and stuff as we're going into tournament season, conference tournaments. Shout out to my North Carolina Tar Heels who locked down the ACC regular season championship. They're going into the tournament now. They got what they call the rare double bye. They're going to have 2 weeks off. They're going right into what is it, the semis or the quarters, something like that. Crazy, man. My Aggies, we'll see what they do down here, as I expect. Damn, and we got to bounce back next year, man. Got some good young talent though. Good young talent, but it's going to take a little bit. All right, so March Madness kicking in. This is my favorite time of year. I've told you guys that before. My favorite sporting event is the big tournament, the big dance. Tournament of 64, 65, whatever you want to call it, because of that playing game they have. But I am pumped about this, especially because North Carolina, once again, should be a factor. And that first weekend is my favorite weekend in all of sports because you have so many upsets. You have buzzer beaters, man. You have Cinderella teams, propping their head up and doing things, taking out big dogs. And I expect the same this year because it happens every year. So I'm looking forward to March Madness, y'all. Y'all be ready for that. I'm going to talk about it next week, man, and get y'all prepped. Tell y'all about the teams that you need to be looking out for, all right? Brian, he says, recording some good guitar licks and working. Oh, you play guitar? Straight up? Trying to learn. I'm trying to learn. Trying to self-teach myself, man. That's dope. From one music man to another. Much respect, my friend. Absolutely. Absolutely. Angel says, be confident, bro. Your music is fire, Carnal. Not just saying, I know. I feel you, bro. You've supported me since back in the day when I was doing shows here with Henry G. And then when we were doing local shows, man. They were bringing people from out of town to headline, and I was co-headlining shows, and Angel was always there, man, showing love. That means it's time for a drink. Dang. I know. Yes, I was sipping a little bit before the show started. Okay, I don't care. It's just one beer. But yeah, Angel, you've been showing love, man, since day one. Angel's always been a fan of my music, man. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Let's get right into the UFL training camp, y'all, because I got some things to talk about. Okay. Now, first of all, the uniforms have been getting kind of put out there as the days gone on. I haven't seen my Renegades yet. Maybe we're going to be the last ones. Like they're going to be ready to show them. It's going to be showtime. Let the other teams do theirs throughout the day, and then let the Renegades come through. But I saw the Memphis Showboats jersey, and it looks like a Division II of NCAA football type of jersey. Not like a professional football team, which they are. Make no mistake, the United Football League is a professional football league. It's not semi-pro. It's not minor league. It is professional football. But damn, Memphis. I mean, y'all look like some stuff we were wearing back in the day with middle school uniforms. It's weird. I don't know, man, but that squad's still going to be fire, though, man. Straight up, they are. They're going to be good. They're going to be a good team, okay? But damn, those uniforms, I don't know what's going on with the uniforms. Straight up. So, now, I got to talk about some things, guys. Okay, first of all, actually, let me find my notes here because I wanted to talk about a couple of moves that were made. Actually, first of all, this isn't a move, but this is major. Wide receiver Ja'Cour Pearson from the St. Louis Battlehawks. He's got some kind of injury. I have not yet seen. I've been hunting all day trying to see what the actual injury is. He posted on his Instagram a picture of him in crutches saying that they about the comeback. And everybody's like, wait, what happened? What happened? Jersey, do you know what this injury is about? All I know is they're saying he could be back sometime during the season. That tells me nothing. This guy was a potential wide receiver 1 for St. Louis and A.J. McCarron. While they still have some players, that's a big loss. And people, I've been seeing like people online trying to downplay that. Don't downplay it. That's a big loss. Score Pearson was supposed to be a big part of this, first season in the UFL league for the St. Louis Battlehawks, man. So that was a big loss. I mean, I don't know how long he's going to be out. I don't know how serious the injury is, but he was on crutches. And they are not giving the timeline. So if you find anything out, Jersey, before I do, let me know. All right. Also, Michigan signed a player I'm somewhat, familiar with. Cornerback Kendrick Whitehead signed. He played at Delaware. And I believe last year he went through camp and stuff with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Here's his second year going as a pro, and he is just got signed by Michigan Panthers. Hell of a move for them. Hell of a move for them. 9-time All-American, guys. This guy was 3 years in a row. He was team captain. So that right there shows you a lot about the leadership he's going to bring. Okay. All-American, I mean, that says enough in itself. This guy has some school records. It's just, this was a great move for them. He is a defensive back that's going to come in. He's going to compete for a spot on a Michigan squad that is really, we don't know yet what to think about this team. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's like, okay, what do we got with this Michigan squad? Mike Nolan is the coach. Y'all may remember him from the 49ers days. Okay, so I could see Whitehead like making a difference, man. Y'all go back and watch his film. Trust me. All right. So this was a big move for them. I think there's still players being signed that you're like, damn, how was this dude available? That's why I'm saying, man, like there is so much talent out there that is still available now that this one league went from 16 teams in 2 leagues to 8 teams. That does not mean that everybody on every one of these teams is better than somebody that wasn't signed. It just means that, hey, some teams are going to realize, oh, damn, we thought this dude was going to be better. Let's bring in someone else. And I mean, it's not like these teams that they have right now put together, their rosters are the end all be all. A lot of these guys are going to prove to be not as good as these teams were hoping they would be. And some of these other guys that are out there like Whitehead are going to get signed late. And that's going to be big for him, man. But I'm happy about that, especially coming from a school like Delaware. I'm digging it. I am digging it. So now the scrimmages began. Y'all been hearing about that? Yeah. Arlington Renegades in Houston. Man, Houston, I'm sorry. Apparently, y'all boys were getting pushed around on every part of the field during your practices. Okay, so I don't know what y'all. I'm really hoping Houston does something this year, guys. Like, I want them to prove people wrong because I was so looking forward to that rivalry that they were able to, the potential for a rivalry that they were going to be able to exploit with the Arlington Renegades winning. There was so much potential there because last year's Roughnecks was so good. But now it's a new look, new coaching staff, new players. Nobody's giving this team a chance, myself included, but I hope I'm wrong. Rig, I want your Roughnecks to just surprise everybody. All right? I want the Roughnecks to surprise everybody. Real quick, let's go to the comments. Brian says, by the way, I love your jersey. Oh, hey, what you think, dog? Hey, what y'all think, man? You already know if you've ever seen Friday Night Lights, okay? You know the history, the story. Permian, baby. Yeah. Odessa. This is the Booby Miles, man. The captain jersey, all knitted and everything. Y'all loving this jersey, man. I dig it. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Been trying to collect a lot of these like these movie license jerseys. I'm trying to look at getting a something from Willie Beeman from Any Given Sunday. I'm trying to get me a Shane Falco. I'm trying to get me a Bobby Boucher. Don't know if I want a Forrest Gump. I don't know if I'm trying to wear no those colors, that crimson. Nah. I don't know. Jersey says the king of spring looking real good out there in training camp. He is, man. Bro, Luis is looking on point. His accuracy, if you're watching the videos, guys, I mean, his accuracy is looking ridiculous right now. With a full training camp, everybody keeps sleeping on him. Jersey, they keep sleeping on. Let's talk about that here in a minute. Because Angel says that's dope, bro. You talking about the jersey? Appreciate you, man. Booby Miles, baby. Booby Miles. So Jersey says about the King of Spring. Let's talk about this because I think it's time that we get into the listener segment. All right? I've got a question from Jersey last week that needs answering. And I was willing and ready for this because I'm tired of y'all sleeping on my boy. Yeah, they won 4 games last year. They won, though, when it mattered. Okay? And I know Battlehawks fans, y'all are still sad about that, and it hurts. You can't give credit where it's due. Talk about they were a flash in the pan, bottle of light, caught lightning in the bottle. Lightning in the bottle is if they had beaten just Houston and then turn around and lose like they were supposed to DC. This was a team that got better. It got better. All right? Because once Luis Perez got a hold of that offense, and he got like a hold of it, he was like, all right, I'm a few weeks in now. Let's get it on. Playoffs began, and it was on. So Jersey says, via email, by the way, hit me up at gridironnationpodcast@gmail.com. Send me your questions. We'll get to them every week, man. Jersey says, with the roster that Arlington has, do you feel they have a chance to be the best team in the XFL conference? They have a chance. They have a roster that can do it. They have the coaching that can do it. I was in a conversation on Facebook today. Somebody talking about, well, Arlington, while they did get better, they didn't make all the moves, like as many moves as like Memphis and Birmingham made. Well, they're USFL, but you get what I'm saying. This is where that conversation went. My response was, when you're a good team, adding a lot of new players, regardless of name, making a lot of changes is not always a good thing. You know what I mean? What's that thing about, if it ain't broke, why you going to fix it? When you're a good team and you're going to say, oh, we're going to add a bunch of new players, though, and we're going to change our quarterback. See, I get it. All y'all out there, whether you're a Stallions fan or not, you're on their lap right now. All of y'all, I see you. I see your shows. I watch the shows. I read the articles. I read the comments. All y'all are like, oh, but the Stallions, They're like, I'm a Roughnecks fan, but the Stallions, man. They're like, oh, I'm a Memphis fan, but the Stallions. Oh, I'm a Brahmas fan, but the Stallions. Nah, see, I don't say but the Stallions. Jamar Smith ain't there no more. So y'all need to settle down. Everybody's riding their lap right now. Y'all go ahead. You and Vegas go right ahead. Because Vegas also said that the Eagles were going to win the Super Bowl last year when the season started. How did that turn out? Huh? Philadelphia Stallions fans? Didn't turn out so well. So y'all sleeping on my Renegades. That's okay. You were doing it last year too. And that's okay. Because it doesn't matter. Thankfully, y'all's opinions don't matter about what went on the field. Otherwise, Renegades wouldn't have won nothing last year. But they did. They did. All right. Luis Perez was the difference. He played 3 regular season games, guys. He went 1-2. But the 2 games he lost, he immediately avenged in the playoffs. He lost to Houston, and then he had that hell of a game where he threw it that 17-point fourth quarter on the road in DC that they lost by 2 points. That was such a hell of a game. Then he decided to go in playoffs and said, all right, now I'm ready. Let's go. And he knocked them both out. Y'all still ain't showing him love. Y'all still ain't giving his squad the credit. XFL championship throughout the playoffs. Had 0 interceptions. Okay? This is why I think they have the opportunity to win the XFL conference. Well, they're already the defending XFL champions. So technically, everybody's got to beat them. But nobody wants to give them that love. Everybody putting Battlehawks ahead of them. Defenders ahead of them. Go ahead. Last time I checked, DC got beat when it mattered most by Luis Perez. And Battlehawks fans, don't give me none of this about, well, they haven't beaten us yet. I got some bad news for you, Battlehawks fans. Much respect to you. I cannot wait to see AJ McCarron again. I love that dude. But Kyle Sloter, you know that trash can that was at quarterback when y'all played the Renegades last year? You know that dude? Yeah, he ain't on the roster no more. Okay. Luis Perez is in charge now. So y'all want to brag about beating quarterbacks that aren't on our roster no more? You go ahead. Because we're still sitting here as the defending XFL champions. All right. Now, let's look at their running backs, y'all. All right, so they've got a great, what could be a very underrated. I think it is an underrated running back room. Could be one of the better ones in the league. Davion Smith is going to be there, but they added Morgan Allison, y'all. Now, this guy has averaged over 5 yards a carry. Every one of these guys, Davion Smith is a guy that can hit that burst when he needs to, but Morgan Allison's a guy that can pound that defense. He can break through. And then they've got Devin Darrington coming over from Orlando. All right, now, Morgan Allison, he's averaging over 5 yards a carry. This is a guy you got to watch out for because he could be the one that actually takes Davion Smith's spot. I don't want to say that because I like Davion Smith, but that shows you I love this kind of competition because that means we're going to have a strong running back room. They bring back all the starters from one of the best offensive lines in the league. Now, we all know football here, okay? We all know that the offensive line is really the heart of any offense. If your offensive line is good, you're going to be able to run the ball. Your quarterback's going to have time to throw, and he's going to make plays. That's just the bottom line. Arlington's bringing back all the starters from one of the best offensive lines in the league last year. So it's another reason. Now, they added QB Lindsey Scott, and they added Ehlers. I think Scott is going to bring them a different dimension. They can use him on gadget plays at quarterback. Now, what was big for me, Jersey, was Sal Cannella coming back. Sal Cannella coming back was big at tight end. Now, they did go and pick up, I know they got Jared Scott, and they added Austin Allen, who's been with the Giants and Green Bay of the NFL. But then Sal Cannella comes back, and I'm like, oh, we're good at tight end, man. We're going to be all right at tight end. We got depth. You know, the thing about this team is they added some wide receivers, which they really need. So we're going to have Caleb Van Der Esch coming back. That's right, Van Der Esch. Yes, he is the brother of Leighton Van Der Esch. Sorry, just made me think. I think he's about to retire, but that's a whole different thing. Added Tyler Vaughns, man, out of USC. He's coming back. Lawan Winningham. This is big. This is big. This is a guy that could do some damage for him. Deontay Burnett, another USC product. We all know how USC is good. That school is known for producing receiver talent. We got two of them on the roster. You got Isaiah Winstead got added. Isaiah Winstead is a guy that's also going to make some noise on this offense. Calvin Jackson, who did some time with the Jets, and Juwan Menigo. That one's interesting right there because that's speed. He's a guy that could come in and really play the slot. They got some speedsters. Calvin Jackson isn't no slouch either, man. He's a guy that's going to bring in speed. But Juwan Mingo, he was an LFG star down in Mexico. The dude was a baller down there. So we'll see what he does. But I love it. They have their wide receiver room. Not all these guys are going to make the team, but it's a good problem to have because there's a lot of speed on this offense right now at the wide receiver spot. All right, so now, as far as linebackers go, we look at the defense. We got Vic Beasley coming back. Well, I shouldn't say coming back. Vic Beasley, he's a known name, y'all. Now, he's a veteran. The dude's been up there. He's played at the highest level. He's played at an elite level before. Saw him last with the Vegas Vipers. You know, and now he is with Arlington. They added him. That's huge because we lost a couple of linebackers, but, you know, Vic Beasley coming in is big. They also added B.J. Bello. That's going to give him some solid depth. So he actually played with Philadelphia of the USFL with the Stars. So, and then we got Donald Payne, man. So I'm looking at that linebacking group, and I'm like, okay, I like what I see. Okay, the DBs is loaded. They added Nasir Greer. That's major. You got Cam Brown out of Ohio State and Jamal Carter. So I like the DBs. Okay, you look at the D-line, we got defensive tackle Doug Costin, who was with the Raiders last year. He's coming in now, try to solidify that tackle position on the defensive side. He's also a former Stallion, but he's not no more. All right, and we got standout veteran defensive end Will Clark coming back this year. So I like it, man. To answer your question, Jersey, I do think they have the roster. Nobody else wants to pay attention. Everybody thinks that because you make all these moves, now you're going to be one of the better teams. Really? Last I checked, Kansas City Chiefs didn't make a lot of moves when they needed to get back to the Super Bowl. Like big moves. All right. And last I checked, Alex Magoo ain't coming back to the Stallions. Jamar Smith was okay when he played, but you go look at the stats. Magoo was just so much better. Doubled his touchdowns, I think, that one year from their championship years. So if we're looking at the XFL, though, I mean, I like what St. Louis has. They're going to be a contender. DC will. But I still think that the fact that people are not giving Arlington the love they deserve, especially when all I hear is, well, look what Memphis did, how they closed out the season. Yeah, they closed out by not making the postseason. I don't care how good they looked at the end of the season. You cannot look better to end a season than winning your league championship and taking down two big dogs while you're at it. So continue to hate on my boys. I hope y'all do that. All right? Because even Vegas don't know. I even hear them everybody's talking about, oh, the Vegas has put out their odds for the UFL this year. Let's talk about it, y'all. And because Vegas is saying that Birmingham's going to win this thing, everybody else is like, oh, yeah, okay. Well, Vegas thinks so. Vegas usually right. Really? Like I said, they weren't right about the Eagles last year. Okay? That XFL championship, do y'all remember what the line was from Vegas? Bet you don't. Let me remind you. Vegas had the DC Defenders as 9-point favorites going into that XFL championship. Arlington went on to win 35-26. Oh, they had the 9-point spread, right? They just had the team backwards. It was a mistake. Somebody did a glitch in the system or something. I don't know. So, y'all want to ride on the laps of the Battlehawks and you know, the Stallions. All you want, y'all go ahead and ride those laps. But we Renegades, baby. We do our own thing. We think our own way. Go watch the film, y'all. Go look at everything that changed when Luis Perez came back. His numbers were so much better. So much better. Dude threw for more yards in less games than both Sloter and Plitt last year. Yeah. All right, so I don't want to hear anybody saying anything about how quarterback doesn't matter, doesn't make that big of an impact, because it does. That showed last year. Because Luis Perez was able to come in and take control of this offense and lead it the way he did, that opened everything up because the pass game did. That opened up the clock management because he's so good at that. That opened up the run game. That helped the defense out. They were able to start shutting people down. Okay? So you're damn right. I think that the Arlington Renegades have a chance to be the best team in the XFL conference. It's not going to be easy. It's not. But please, y'all, keep sleeping on my boys, because the last time you did it, y'all look stupid. And I'm ready for y'all to look stupid again. I'm just clowning, guys. What is up, man? What's going on, man? Hey, let me go to the comments and see what y'all think. I had to defend my Renegades, man. I'm sick of this. Sick of the disrespect. What else were they supposed to do to get your respect, y'all? They won the damn championship. What do you want now? What else you want them to do? I don't know. Rig, what is up, man? He says, to hell with the Queen. So he's talking about the Chiefs. No love for Houston at all, bro. I'm telling you. I don't know if you just tuned in, but I literally said a few minutes ago that I hope you're I'm sorry. I was just ranting about my Renegades. I hope your Roughnecks prove everybody wrong, because I want that rivalry that we saw, like the potential that was going to be there with Arlington winning the championship, you know, and having to win that third game after losing twice to Houston last year. Oh, the potential for a rivalry. Oh. And then this all merger thing happened. So I said it a while ago, man. Maybe you weren't there, but I said, I hope you guys prove everybody wrong. I want you to. I want you to. I want Houston. Houston Roughnecks being a good football team in this league is good for the league, period. That's all I'll say about that. All right. No love. No, you want to talk about no love. The Reno Gates. Hey, don't be hating, bro. Okay, because those bragging rights, yeah, they're in Arlington right now, baby. Because we took those bragging rights and we took them all the way straight to an XFL championship last year. And it was a beautiful thing. I'm sorry, Rig. Yeah, man. I'm just showing love, man. Rig, thank you for being here, brother. I really appreciate you, man. Angel says, what are your thoughts on Schultz? Schultz, throwing shade at the boys' locker room. It doesn't bother me. I love Dalton Schultz. I love Dalton Schultz. He's talking about Dalton Schultz. The media tries to blow stuff out when these guys say things and stuff, but this always happens, guys. Come on. They're going to make it seem, this place where I'm at is compared to the other one, of course. I love Dalton Schultz. I thought he went to Houston for peanuts last year and still got kind of worked out of the offense. They used him as a decoy. Didn't do much, man. Totally wasted his pass catching ability. And, and I'm happy for him. He just signed a new contract. I think he's getting like 30-some million for 3 years with the Texans. They obviously plan to make him a big part of the offense, so I'm happy for him, man. I don't look into a lot of this type of stuff like this, man, because of the fact that it happens. I mean, these guys go to another team, and either they'll say something that media or social media totally just takes out of, like, blows it up, or maybe they just say something because, look, this is where I'm at now, so I got to make it look like where I'm at now is much better than where I was. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. Why is he throwing shade? Dallas gave him a home, dude. Yeah, but you know what? He went for $1 million. Dallas didn't make him an offer. I was kind of disappointed in that. All right, so a lot of times we don't know why some of these players throw shade. Like, we all know Jerry Jones. Maybe there's something there that went down. We don't know. But I got nothing but love for Dalton Schultz, and I hope he balls out with C.J. Stroud next year. I really do. I really do. So, now that ends my listener question because, tired of people hating on my Renegades, y'all. It's too much. It's too much. Y'all need to show them their respect. Okay, and let's just go down the line. For Arlington with Bob Stoops, I think we're gonna be contenders again. We're gonna be there because Luis Perez is there. Okay, and if he goes down, our quarterback room looks so much better than it did last year. A lot better. Okay, and when you look at the other XFL teams, DC with Reggie Barlow, you got Jordan Tomu coming back. That defense is still going to be legit, and the home crowd is big. They got a great home field advantage. But Houston, I do hope y'all. I hope they prove people wrong. I want to see Houston do good. I do. C.J. Johnson, the head coach. We don't know yet. Nobody knows what to think of them or San Antonio because all the changes. Okay, St. Louis, Anthony Becht, love him as a head coach. I love A.J. McCarron as a player. Y'all know this. You know what I mean? But that's why I talk about, like, everybody hating on the Renegades don't want to give Luis Perez his credit. They don't want to talk about how much better he made them because they don't want to acknowledge how much the quarterback position matters. But y'all were worried about it before A.J. McCarron for a reason because before A.J. McCarron was signing with you guys were worried. It meant the difference from being perhaps what was going to be an average team to now a contender. So keep that same energy when you're talking about my Renegades and Luis Perez. All right? That's all I ask. Jersey says it's going to be a great UFL season. Mark my words. I hope you're right. I think it will be. I hope we get a lot of people on, though. For real. Angel says, I need more info on him. Need to become an actual fan, bro, not just bandwagon. He's talking about my Renegades. No. See, you're a fan. Okay? You ain't got a choice. That's it. Angel Gallegos is officially a Renegades fan. We don't pulled your ass onto the bandwagon, bro. You ain't got a choice, Angel. All right, man, let's keep rolling on, familia, because I got a lot of stuff to get to, man. Damn. I'm scrolling through all my little presets and stuff. Let's get to the NFL news. How far am I in right now? Almost an hour. Salud, familia. All right, man. Let's get it rolling. Guys, there was a lot that went down, man. Dang. So much that went down this past week. Now, just this few days, right? I mean, so the Buccaneers, they put the franchise tag on safety Antoine Winfield. They drafted him. They want him to be a lifer there. Dude is a baller. I get it. I get it. Okay. And that's saying a lot because the safety position in free agency has all of a sudden become like, damn, it's loaded. Loaded. Like the running backs. Okay. Seattle released both their safeties. Quandre Diggs, Jamal Adams, gone. Buffalo just released Jordan Poyer, all pro. Wow. I'm still kind of blown away by this. They're purging. They just reworked Von Miller's contract too. They released a few people, man. Naheem Himes. It's just like they got 5 releases just like in the last 2 days. It's crazy. Another safety. It's going to be hot on the market. New York Giants safety Xavier McKinney. They did not place the franchise tag on him, so he will test the free agent market. He's going to have some suitors. I'll tell you that. That's probably be the first safety I'm going after. If I needed a safety and I got some money to spend, yeah, I'm going after Xavier McKinney. So Bills also released all-pro cornerback Tre'Davious White. Big loss for them right there. And another big franchise tag that was placed was Michael Pittman. Got that franchise tag from the Indianapolis Colts. This is big. You got Anthony Richardson coming back. I like this move. Now, the franchise tag, guys, a lot of people are like, oh, they need to abolish it. It hurts the players. No, not really. Players are going to get paid off of that franchise tag. What I think that they need to take away is the 2 franchise tags. You get 1 tag, that's it. But the teams don't want to use the franchise tag. That's always like a last resort because your cap hit is so high for only 1 year. And it's guaranteed. If he signs that tender, he gets hurt. He gets paid. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think $21 million cap hit for the Colts with Michael Pittman signing that free agent tag and that franchise tag, but they need to keep him there. They have to. They have to make him your franchise wide receiver. Do what you got to do. Keep him there a year. Hopefully, you can get something done before next season kicks in, but you can lock this dude down for another few years, man. Definitely. So, definitely a move that is a good one for the Colts and one that takes another wide receiver off the market because Mike Evans, like I told y'all, I had a feeling the Bucs, when they released, Shaq Barrett, they were trying to make some cap room. They knew Mike Evans was going to demand a pretty penny on that free agent market. They did not want him talking to other teams, although he had the ability to. They locked him in, man. They locked him in. Mike Evans signed a 2-year, $52 million deal with $35 million guaranteed. My dude, can you shoot me a mill, please? Man. Boy got paid for 2 years, man. Future Hall of Famer. 10 straight seasons, only player to do it with 1,000 yards. Yeah, hell of a move for them. And this tells me they're hoping to bring back Baker Mayfield, and I think that's their next move. They're going to bring Baker Mayfield back. But we'll get to Baker in just a little while when I get to the free agent quarterbacks, all right? But, yeah, man, and some more big news, y'all. As you can see right there on the graphic, Russell Wilson. Well, I'm sorry, Broncos fans. Primo Nick, I'm sorry, man. Didn't work out for y'all. Y'all gave up everything for these dudes, man. Seattle done made the playoffs with the backup quarterback. Took your quarterbacks, took your players, took your draft picks, and gave you Russell Wilson and said, thank you, get the hell out of town. Go make another team bad. His first year, he was bad. Last year, actually, you could see the difference it was having Sean Payton. He was better. Russell Wilson wasn't bad last year, guys. He didn't have a bad season. But it was, this wasn't a move that was made by Sean Payton and his people when he was there. So the crazy thing is the amount of money they're going to be eating on this, y'all. Like, it's crazy. Something like in the $85 million range. My God. I mean, what? This is going to cripple your franchise for the next couple of years. You're going to have to draft somebody. Okay. They're likely going after somebody in the draft. Um, Quarterback from Michigan. He comes to mind. And they're going to draft somebody now. And you know what? If I'm looking at them, I'm like, look, we need to go get somebody cheap. So let's go get, I don't know. You know what? I'll talk about that in a while. It's one of those quarterbacks as a free agent. No, I'll just say it. Why not get Jameis Winston for a year? Go and draft your rookie. Let him sit back there for a year. Okay, let him play in the preseason. Let him get work in during the season here and there. Practice with the first team. Let Jameis Winston just do it. At least Jameis Winston's gonna make it exciting. Because the problem with this Russell Wilson move, and this is why Russell Wilson is going to be such a hot commodity, because the dead money that's there. The Denver Broncos, like, basically, okay, let me give you guys an example of what I'm about to say. It's just put it easier this way. He's owed $35 million. Now, if the Giants went and signed him for $10 million, guess what? That just means that the Broncos will pay him $25 million and the team will cover the other 10. He's going to get paid either way. Either way, the Broncos have to split. They have to cover that tab that reaches up to $35 million. So Russell Wilson, no matter what, is going to be guaranteed to make $35 million next season, regardless of where he goes. And that's going to come between the Broncos probably paying the majority of it, because some team is going to get him super cheap because of this, right? At least for a year. But we'll get into that as we get into the free agent segment later on in the show. But, man, what else we got? Jason Kelce, much respect from a rival. I hate your team. Damn, I hate the Eagles. But, damn, I hate it even more my squad playing against this dude. Absolutely first ballot Hall of Famer. Arguably the best center to ever play the game. I say arguably because with some research can maybe find one or two guys that would have an argument with him. And as much as I hate the Eagles, I always respected Kelce because of the player he is, and the people there love him. He was made to be an Eagle. Like, those fans love him. He's just the personality is just so dope that he has. And much respect to Jason Kelce. Hope you enjoy your retirement, because don't come back, please. If you do not come back to the Eagles. I don't want you playing against my squad every week. And I, for one, am glad you're retiring. I will say that. I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same to the Cowboys fans, man. You know what I mean? But, hey, let's jump into the comments, man. See what y'all talking about. Jersey the King says they're going to draft Drake Mayo or J.J. McCarthy. McCarthy's who I'm thinking of. I think Mayo's going to be gone unless they trade up. But I think they're sitting as at 9. I think they have the 9th pick, something like that. And J.J. McCarthy should be there. And that would be a smart move for the Broncos to make, to be honest. Jersey says now, where am I? Now we will take that $85 million cap hit and say to hell with it. Yeah, they're just like, man, screw it. They still saved some money in this. Yeah, believe it or not, they still saved some money. But Angel, he says, I don't get why they had to make a press conference like it was something major. It got its big deal, but to make it a big-ass deal. Are you talking about the Russell Wilson thing, or I'm assuming that's what you're talking about? Oh, Jersey, okay. Okay, so you're talking about Jacob Pearson has a knee injury and is out for 6 weeks. We're going back to the talk about the St. Louis Battlehawks. 6 weeks and a knee injury? Oh, this guy won't be hitting peak performance until late in the season if you're lucky. Knees are nothing to play about, man. That sucks. It really does. It really does. Go back to these comments. Rig, we're going back to my UFL segment. He says, I think a lot of games will be decided by 9 or less this season. I hope you're right, bro. I want I want the parity to be strong in this league, to where by mid-season we don't know who's going to win what matchup. You know what I mean? Like we're like, I don't know, man. Every one of these teams is neck and neck. That would be so dope to see for a season, and it would be strong. Like the league can only hope for that to happen. For most of these games to be decided by less than double digits. You know what I mean? Angel says, "Thanks, Gridiron." Mija says, "Hi, hey, what's up, Mija? How are you? Much love to you from your Uncle Wicked here at Gridiron Nation." Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. Angel says Kelsey retirement announcement. Okay. And I don't think like you. I mean, that's okay. But I think it was worthy because this guy could arguably be the greatest at his position that we've ever seen. Jason Kelsey is just, even up until his retirement, the best center in the game. It's insane. It's crazy. So I didn't mind it. Jersey says week 4 and 5. The thing is, with a knee injury, I don't see them rushing him back. Why would you? Then you're just going to risk longer-term injury to him. And we all know how knee injuries are. Players rarely come back to form in that same season after a knee injury. You got to be very careful with these things. But I could be wrong, man. I could be wrong. Who knows? But, yeah. Let's keep moving, y'all. Okay. Now, I got to talk about the NFL Combine. Because we had a couple of standouts in the Combine. The big news, of course, was Texas wide receiver Xavier Worthy, 5'11", speedy receiver, and he broke the Combine record for the 40-yard dash with a 4.21. 4.21 seconds. My dude was flying, y'all. If you guys went back and saw this video, just tell me, man, he was flying. It was crazy. My brother says, I got to dip out, brother. Love you too, man. It's all right. I'll have it up on Spotify. Give me by tomorrow. I'll have it up tomorrow night. Be ready for your commute on Friday, brother. All right, or you can go back and watch it on YouTube. Okay? Go back and watch it on YouTube. So, where was that? Oh, the NFL Combine. Sorry. Now, Xavier Worthy, he needed this, though, because he had to showcase something. Because if there's one thing that, yes, even Longhorns fans, y'all got to admit, Xavier Worthy's issue is his hands. You got speed, all the speed in the world, but your hands. That was his issue at Texas. Even the routes, I don't know if the routes were very clean for him. So he needed something like this, and this was big, guys. This was big. Breaking a combine record in the 40? Are you kidding me? We talk about Tyreek Hill. He's faster than Tyreek Hill. Crazy. All right. Some more standouts, though. Linebacker Peyton Wilson out of North Carolina State. Yeah, 40-yard dash. He did a 4.43, 6'3", 233 pounds. You better believe that's impressive as hell. 233 pounds. This man's running a 4.43. No. I get tired just thinking about that. Guys. That's a big man moving real fast, man. So that was impressive in itself. And then we got wide receiver Rome Odunze out of Washington, 6'3", 212 pounds. Definitely has a solid frame. 10'4" broad jump, y'all. Dude was showing off. 39-inch vertical at the combine. 4.45 second 40-yard dash. He's a wide receiver, and Peyton Wilson was faster than him. J.J. McCarthy, though, he really showed off his athleticism, and that's a guy that I really think that Denver could be looking at. They could be looking at him. And Michael Penix Jr., he was able to show his accuracy at this combine, man. So those are the guys that really kind of stood out, okay, at the combine. Now, speaking of the combine, there was a couple of players like Drake May, highly touted quarterback out of North Carolina. Jaden Daniels, Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU. Oh, and a generational receiver, by the name of Marvin Harrison Jr. Y'all may know the name if you follow college football because he is a baller. You may know the name because his dad was one of the best to ever do it at wide receiver. All three of those guys, very highly sought after in this draft. None of them did any throwing drills, did any of the on-field stuff at the combine. Now, some of you guys may not realize that. And that's because nobody's talking about it. Why? Because they're too busy talking about Caleb Williams. So tell me, why does social media hate Caleb Williams so much? Can you guys tell me that? Think about it. Before we do, let's go to the comments. Where Jersey says, what about the kid who set the 40-yard dash record? No, it was 4.21. The 4.22 was the unofficial time. It was the unofficial time. That's what I talked about. Xavier McKinney, 4.21. He set the record. So, yeah. The 4.22 was what was first reported. But after it was made official, it was a 4.21, and he broke the record. So that was Texas wide receiver Xavier Worthy. McKinney. Xavier Worthy, who I said just his issue is his hands, not his speed. Angel says there was a lot of speed, bro. I saw a little in there. Yeah. That kid's going to be a problem. Yeah. So, tell me, why does social media hate Caleb Williams? For those of you Caleb Williams haters, this is your chance to sound off. So give it to me. Tell me, why is Caleb Williams overrated? Like y'all like to say. What is it about his diva-ness that y'all like to call him a diva that also affects his game? I don't know. Because I ain't seen nothing logical from anybody that's hating on this dude. Okay. 2022 Heisman Trophy winner as a sophomore. Okay. First of all, let's shoot down some of these myths. There was this thing going around that everybody was believing, and it was started by some damn Giants reporter troll satire Twitter page. Okay, and he was talking about Caleb Williams was demanding, he was demanding a trade of the pick because that he was not going to play for Chicago. The internet took that and ran with it, y'all. Some of y'all still believe in that shit. You're so damn gullible. Sheep. All of you. Except my people. Because I keep y'all woke on this shit. But you know what I mean? So, this was not true. And that's where everybody got the diva thing from. Now, I get it. There's an issue. His dad's like his managing stuff. And it's like he's been very demanding about stuff. But Caleb Williams finally broke his silence and came out and said, look, that's not me, man. Like if Chicago drafts me, I am with it. Let's go. You know what I mean? He knows the history there. He respects the history. So he shot that down. He came out and said, like people think certain things about me that just aren't true. And then he said, I'm not going to throw at the combine. And everybody went off. They're like, see, diva. He's not performing at the combine. But I didn't see the energy like that for Drake May. I didn't see that same energy for Marvin Harrison Jr. And I didn't see that same hate for anybody else of these players that were refusing to be out there. Okay, Jaden Daniels. Y'all were oblivious to that because it's not the number one touted prospect. That's why. All right, so a lot of people want to call him overrated. Okay. Now, JP, here we go. He says he just acts like he already deserves better treatment than any other player in history. How so? Tell me. Tell me, what has he done that has made you think that he feels that he deserves better treatment than any other player in history? I am all ears, and I will tell you whether it's true or not. Whether you heard like a report, he cites something. Give me some sources or something. Okay. Now, another thing he did say, I am not going to do the medical exams there. I don't blame him. For years, players have complained. You're doing a medical exam for every single team at the combine. That's 32 teams. When you're the number one, the prospected to be the number one, if not number two draft pick, that means there's 31 or 30 other teams that are not going to draft you. And at least 25 of them know that there is no chance. Either they don't need you as a quarterback because they have one, or they just know that they're not picking high enough and you're going to be gone. So it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. What he did say is, I am going to be doing a medical exam for each team personally that invites me for an interview, because the teams that invite you for the interview, they can draft you. So that, I get it. I get it. You ask players. Players were talking about this, former players, and they're like, yeah, it's a waste of time to do 32 medical exams, especially when most of these teams aren't even going to be able to draft you. You know what I mean? So, now, he did say he would do those. And he is going to throw. He's going to do the on-field workouts at USC's Pro Day coming up. So it's not like he's just like, nah, y'all use the film to go on what I can do. No, he's like, I'm going to be at the USC Pro Day, and I'm going to do everything over there. And that was smart, because you know what he's doing there? He's bringing all eyes to USC, to his school, to his alma mater. He's saying, y'all, I'm not throwing at the combine, but I'll be there at the USC Pro Day. And everybody's like, oh, we got to be there then. They will be there. All right, so Jersey says Caleb is a good kid. He will be okay wherever he is drafted. Yeah, did you guys see? If you don't believe me, go back and watch the interviews he was doing at the combine this week. You know, Drake May's out there making little comments. So y'all don't want to have to prepare for me. You want to prepare with me. Okay. What would happen if Caleb Williams said that? What do you think the energy would be? Let's be real. Drake May said that. Drake May was over there at the combine. He wasn't throwing. He wasn't doing nothing. Wasn't getting no hate either for it. And he was like, in his interview, talking about, you don't want to prepare for me. You'd rather trust me. You'd rather prepare with me. You don't want to prepare for me. What happens if Caleb Williams makes that statement? Think about that. How much hate would be on the internet right now for that dude, for making that statement. But he did it. He did it. But is Drake May being called a diva for that comment? Nah. Ain't nobody talking about that. Everybody's like, oh, I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? So I just want to know, what is it, like you said, JP, that makes to you, what has he done that makes you feel that he feels he deserves more privilege than any other player in history? Because I want to know. I want to know. Now, here comes the big question. Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison Jr., or a trade? What do the Bears do with the number one draft pick? Okay, what are we, about 2 months away from the draft? Okay. The Bears have that number one pick. They are on the clock. We all know they got Justin Fields. The Bears are not like, nobody knows. There's no inclination of what this team is wanting to do right now. Okay. But, I mean, if I'm the Bears, I'm drafting Caleb Williams. I've seen what this dude does on the field. The one thing Caleb Williams does that Justin Fields does not is he can be a pocket passer. He can go through his progressions even after the play breaks down and he runs out of the pocket. He creates plays in and outside the pocket, pass plays, downfield, and hits you with that accuracy on the run. He's got the arm strength and the accuracy, something we have not seen from Justin Fields on a consistent basis. Oh, Justin Fields can run. Yeah. Oh, that boy can run. But Caleb, there is a reason that, and I don't like the comparison thing when people compare, soon to be rookies to like legendary players. And a lot of people, that's one of the reasons the hate is strong for Caleb, is because of the media themselves pinning the comparisons of Aaron Rodgers and, Patrick Mahomes to Caleb Williams. I don't like comparisons, but what I'm looking at this is I see what they're seeing. What they're seeing is the skill set, what he does. They're not saying he's going to be as good as these guys. Okay? But if you watch Caleb Williams and what this dude does on the field, I mean, the guy moves around the pocket, guys, and he's throwing on the run 20, 30 yards downfield, hitting guys in stride. He's making defensive linemen look stupid because he's roaming around in the pocket like Kyler Murray, like a taller adult version of Kyler Murray in the pocket, and he's making plays. Okay? So you guys want to ask me, why do I think the Bears should draft Caleb Williams? Okay. To be honest, JP says, if they really think Fields is the guy, they got to go MHJ. Yeah, I agree. The problem is Marvin Harrison is going to be a wide receiver 1. They have a wide receiver 1. This is a very good way to have a disgruntled rookie, because you've got a quarterback that is not yet developed in the pocket. Will he ever? I don't know. But Justin Fields is not developed enough to really exploit, the skills and talent level and ceilings of both DJ Moore and Marvin Harrison Jr. He's just not even close to being that developed, in my opinion. Receivers can help quarterbacks be great, but quarterbacks make receivers great more often than the other way around. Okay? So I don't know if this would be the smart move. I get it. It would be the sexy move if they don't go with Caleb. But yeah, I mean, obviously, you're right, JP. If they're going to keep Fields and they think he's the guy, then Marvin Harrison Jr. makes the most sense. Unless you've got other things in your mind, like offensive line, then you can trade down for 2 more picks. Because they do need offensive line pretty bad. But for me, I mean, I really do think that Caleb Williams has to be that guy for them. I'm going to tell you what. Okay. You look at the course of his career, 333 completions, over 500 attempts, over 66% completion percentage, 4,537 yards, 52 total touchdowns, okay, which is a USC record. Now, you can talk all you want about the quarterbacks that they've had that didn't pan out in the NFL, like Matt Leinart and those guys, but the quarterbacks that they've had were studs in college. On a big stage, man, back when the Pac-12, was balling, Pac-10, the history of that conference. We go to 2023, 266 attempts. Actually, what I gave you a minute ago, I'm sorry, that wasn't career. That was his Heisman season. Okay, he had the 333 completions with 500 attempts. Now, his 2023 season, that dropped 266 completions, but only 388 attempts, over 100 less attempts. That shows you a lot about what this offense was doing. They were transitioning. Okay, the crazy thing was his percentage went up from 66 to almost 69% in 2023. So while the yards, which were 3,633, weren't as much as the 4,500 yards of his Heisman year the year before, his completion percentage went up. It was the attempts that went down, and that's on play calling and scheme. Okay, so think about that. Still had 41 total touchdowns. Now, the thing about Caleb Williams, y'all, is he's got an elite ability to extend and create the plays in and outside of the pocket, which is why I tell you that's where the comparisons to Mahomes and Rodgers come. It's not because they think he's going to be as good as them. It's because coming out of college, what he does is what those dudes do. Can he do it at their level? We don't know. We don't know yet. Obviously, we're going to find out. but he's very good at throwing on the move. Go back and watch the highlights, the all 22s. It's ridiculous. His knowledge, he is so smart in his pre-snap reads. He sees the entire field. You know, he knows how to exploit matchups. When he sees a matchup that he likes, he's going to work it all day long until he creates another mismatch because they got to come help this dude. You know what I mean? He's a very smart quarterback like that. His ability in the pocket is elite. But the thing is, what he does while he stays in the pocket, he is so good. But it gets overshadowed. People don't talk about it because of how good he is outside of the pocket. You know what I mean? Caleb Williams is an elite playmaker outside of the pocket. But damn, if you want to talk about in the pocket, and I'll take Caleb Williams from USC in the pocket over Justin Fields right now with the Bears in the pocket. Any day. Fast, easy, quick. Let's go. All right. His release, very fast and very accurate, especially downfield. So that's not an issue. He's got the clean throwing motion and the footwork in the pocket. That's what makes his pocket game so elite. That's why he's able to extend plays. You know, and he's not this guy that just goes out there and just decides, okay, the play broke down. Let me roll out and either take off running or just look at my one progression. I'm not just going to look at my one progression and book it. What Caleb Williams is so good at doing is that play is going to break down. He's going to get out of the pocket. He's going to move around enough that he's able to go through every one of his progressions until he gets the guy he wants. Okay. That comes back to exploiting his matchups, which he's so good at. The anticipation and his ability to lead receivers in the pocket and on the run is so good. I'm telling you guys all this because I am giving you the reasons why I think the Bears need to take him and why he is so high on everybody's draft board, why they're calling him a generational talent. Okay? The arm strength is there, so that's not an issue. He works his progressions while navigating in and out of the pocket, like I said, so that's not an issue. He's not just going to look at DJ Moore and say, oh, he's covered, I'm gone, peace. No. I really think somebody like, if they were to draft Caleb Williams, man, bring back Darnell Mooney. Why not? That he'd do better than he did with Fields. You know, and this is all this he's done with a very bad O-line at USC. They have not been a good offensive line. In his time there, they allowed a whopping 33.3% on all pass plays of pressure. That means 33%, a third of the damn time, there was pressure getting to him fast. That was the pressure rate. Horrible offensive line there. He still made things happen, man. He still made things happen. So that is my argument for the Chicago Bears to do the smart thing, do the thing you need to do for your franchise, and just draft Caleb Williams. Start him day one. You start him, you'll let him take his lumps. We saw what C.J. Stroud did last year. Will he be another C.J. Stroud? I don't know. But I was high on C.J. Stroud, and look what he did. Exceeded my expectations even. I think Caleb Williams can come pretty close to doing what C.J. Stroud did this year with the players they have on that team right now in Chicago. If you ask me. That's what I think, man. What y'all think? I'm going to go to the comments now. See what you guys are talking about. Well, you guys ain't talking about much, or I'm not getting a lot of the comments. Sometimes I go back and I watch the stream to make sure everything went through okay, and I'll see comments that never popped up. And it's weird. It's weird. But that's what I think, man. What do you guys think of my argument? Do you guys feel like, first of all, like the knock on Caleb Williams and all the hate is justified? And if it is, if you're going to bring up some kind of thing that he said or did, I need sources, because more than half of what they're putting out there is untrue, excuse me. Maybe about 10% is true. I'd say about 90% of the BS out there now is a lot of trolling sites like making stuff up, and y'all are running with the stuff, and it's funny as hell. It really is. But Chicago Bears, do the right thing, man. Go get Caleb Williams while you have a chance, because you ain't going to get this opportunity again. And if Justin Fields, after next year, does not improve in the pocket when y'all kept him, you're going to be kicking yourselves. I'll tell you that much. You've already seen what you got with Justin Fields. The team knows already how much work they're going to have to put in to make him a pocket passer. I think Caleb Williams is a step ahead in that department, in my opinion. But let me know what y'all think, man. Hit me up. And by the way, don't forget, get at your boy. Yeah. Hit up the music, man, The Wicked One on Spotify, or you can search it wherever you listen to your music. Search The Wicked One. That's the picture, the one you want right there. That's the one. And you'll know you got the right dude. All right. All right. Jersey says, what's going on with Brett Tears? Hope all is well. I don't know. I am not online or nothing, bro. I'm on live, so I don't know what's going on. Mike Tackett. What's up, Mike? He says, can we discuss the pink elephant in the room from demanding ownership of a franchise to refusing a declining medical evaluations? No. See, we talked about the evaluations, though. Why should he have to go through 32 medical evaluations? Why should any player when there's really going to be only a handful of teams that are logically going to be able to draft this dude? Tell me why. Why is he being forced to go through 32? Instead, what did he say? What did he say, Mike? He said, I am doing medical evaluations and exams for every team that asks to interview me because those are the teams that are serious about drafting me. And I see nothing wrong with that. Okay? The demanding of ownership, that was his dad. Okay? He was never quoted as saying anything. That's the thing. That was his dad. And I see his dad's going to have to take a back seat once he gets in the pros. That's one thing for sure. His stock didn't drop. Mike says Caleb Williams is imploding and making his drop tremendously. His stock didn't drop. His stock is higher than it could have been, especially after his USC Pro Day coming up. Okay? So, let me in spirit of Antonio Brown lives through Caleb Williams. Are you kidding me? Antonio Brown's, he's twisted, man. But if you want to talk about skill, well, hell, I'll go there. Because Antonio Brown, he had some Hall of Fame talent. But that whole refusing to, the medical evaluations, you're not going to convince me that he is obligated to do those because even the league doesn't make them obligated to do it. Okay? Drake May wasn't doing them all. Where's your hate at, Mike? Come on. Drake May didn't do anything at the combine. Where's the hate at? Come on. Keep that energy. Let's go. You know what I mean? Marvin Harrison didn't even show up for scheduled interviews. Where's the hate at? Keep the energy, y'all. If y'all gonna come at me with this against Caleb, then y'all better have the same energy for everybody, man. Not just for him. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like Caleb Williams, the hate is way too high. Because everything y'all are telling me, first of all, you cannot give me a logical reason as to why every one of these players should be doing 32 medical evaluations. For 32 teams and questions and all this stuff, players have been complaining about it for years. The Players Association has tried to get rid of that. They haven't been successful yet. But he said, look, I'm still going to do medical exams, but it's going to be for the teams that actually you're going to invite me into their cities to interview me because these are the teams that are interested in drafting me. So I'm going to do the exams there. That's what I'm saying right there. So no. That's not enough to put a knock on the dude and call him a diva. And if people want to talk about him not throwing at the combine, then hell, you better bring that same energy for Drake May, for Marvin Harrison and Jaden Daniels, but I don't hear it. The problem is that he is that number one prospect. And no, I'm sorry. Maybe his stock dropped with you, but everybody else still has him at number one. Now, do the Bears trade it? I don't know. But we are going to find out. Oh, and I'll tell you, Washington is hoping that they draft Marvin Harrison Jr. Washington is praying that they draft Marvin Harrison Jr. Because Washington wants Caleb Williams bad. Bad. For real, man. Straight up. But hey, Mike, thank you for jumping into the comments tonight, though, man. It is all love. As always, with every one of my people in there, I always love the debates, man. I always do. So that's what I got with my Caleb Williams argument, guys. What do you guys think, man? Hit me up. Holla at your boy. And don't forget, okay, do not forget, hit up my email, gridironnationpodcast@gmail.com. gmail.com. Send me your questions, man. Let me know what y'all want to talk about, and I will get to it. And also on Facebook at Gridiron Nation and the number one, on Twitter at the number one Gridiron Nation, or you can look me up on Instagram at ggarcia_gridiron. Shoot me something on TikTok. I'm getting more active on there, guys, with the reels and the video shorts. At Gridiron Nation Podcast on TikTok. All right, so I'm trying to get a little more active on there, man. I'm doing my best. Now, Mike, going back to Mike in the comments, he says Caleb is talented for sure, but as a GM, I'm worried about what's going on in between his ears. I'm not. I mean, did you watch his interviews? I'm just wondering at the combine. Like when he finally broke his silence, like he was telling, like, y'all are hating on me and talking about stuff that I didn't even say or do. And that's why he finally had to. So, and Mike continues with, as a franchise leader, there's a fine line between laying low and drawing extra attention to himself. I hope I'm wrong, but it's the NFL and someone will make a crazy trade on draft night. Yeah, I see some crazy trades going down, to be honest. I wouldn't be, I hope my Cowboys do a crazy trade, man. Like straight up, come on, Jerry. Do something, you old bastard. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. It's just all slang, okay? Okay. Mike says, who you playing with in college football 25? Hey, y'all ready for this? Are you gamers, man? College football is back, baby. College football 25. There's only two teams I'm going to be using. It's Miami Hurricanes or my New Mexico State Aggies. That's it. Most likely I'm going to be playing with my Aggies at all times out of Conference USA. Yeah, I know, not the sexy pick, but that's my hometown squad. So that's who I'm going to be playing with. Who you playing with, Mike? Who you playing with? Huh? All right, y'all. Let's keep rolling on, guys, because I need to get to the last segments of the day. Last two. It's like two things. NFL Free Agent Series continues this week. I want to talk about the quarterbacks before, the whole free agent frenzy kicks in on Monday. Cheers. So let's get it on, y'all. I'm going to give you guys my top five. These are my top five guys. Okay. And I think the first one is kind of obvious to everybody. Captain Kirk himself. Kirk Cousins is the obvious choice as the number one rated free agent quarterback in the NFL market right now. And for good reason. We all know Kirk Cousins is, y'all can hate on him all you want. People like to bash and hate. Kirk Cousins is a very good quarterback, y'all. He's not elite, but he's that fringe top 10. Like almost like number 11. Maybe number 10. Maybe. But he's always there. He can make the throws. He can make the plays. He's a leader. He plays with passion. Okay? I feel that he's always been underrated. And to anybody else, they'll look at the postseason. Well, if your name ain't Patrick Mahomes right now, then I guess everybody else is just no good, right? Because everybody's going based on postseason for all these quarterbacks. So I think Kirk Cousins, his best fit is going to be Atlanta, in my opinion. I think he makes Atlanta an instant threat in the NFC with the team they have right now. And I think he makes them the favorite in the NFC South. Atlanta's got to make this move, y'all. Because, you've got the pass catchers there. You got Drake London there. All right, you got Kyle Pitts. Y'all wasting this man. You got that two-headed running back now with Algier and Bijan Robinson. So there's time. What you need is a passer like Kirk Cousins. This guy will make this offense better. The defense has been good. That no-name offensive line, there's not a lot of names you're going to recognize in their O-line, but damn, this O-line is good. They're good consistently week in and week out during the season. So Kirk Cousins, his stats will show that he is capable of playing at a high level more often than not. Let's be real. Okay, he's going on year 12. He's a veteran. So you don't need to sign this dude to like some crazy long contract. I'm thinking they can get him for 2-3 years. Good deal. You know what I mean? He did tear his Achilles in week 8 versus Green Bay. Those are tricky. It is tricky to come back from an Achilles. But it was in the middle of the season. I think he could be ready. if they make a move on him. You just look at his career totals: 39,471 yards, 270 touchdowns, 110 interceptions, and a 98.2 overall rating, y'all. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Pretty damn good. So Kirk Cousins is my number one dude. Now my number two free agent quarterback on the market, Baker Mayfield, the 2023 Gridiron Nation Podcast NFL Elite Awards Comeback Player of the Year. My pick was Baker Mayfield. And he was actually a Comeback Player of the Year for the NFL Awards this year, the secondary awards next to, because we all know the Gridiron Nation ones are the ones that matter. But yeah, so he was a candidate for NFL Comeback Player of the Year. Strong candidate, to be honest. And of course, Flacco walked away with that. But you look at Baker Mayfield's season last year, y'all. Over 4,000 yards throwing, 28 touchdowns with only 10 interceptions. He kept those down. He played all 17 games, 94.6 rating, man. And they with the Buccaneers, bringing back Mike Evans now, I think Baker's next. I don't think they're going to give Baker a chance to go anywhere. I don't. I think they lock him in for another 2-3 years. And I think Baker Mayfield will have himself a home for a couple of years, man. I think he's earned himself a new contract. It's kind of like the situation with Seattle last year. You know what I mean? And now it was the Bucs where their quarterback just kind of got, was this comeback player. And I think Baker Mayfield earned himself an opportunity to play there for another year or two, to be honest. I like what I saw from Baker this year, man. So he's my number two guy. Now, if we're looking at fits for him, of course, I think Atlanta, New England has been thrown around, but Tampa's my number one fit for him. And I think Tampa knows this. I don't see Tampa letting him go unless they're ready to get my next guy who should come cheap to any team out there. My number three free agent quarterback, Russell Wilson. Yeah, we talked about this earlier, man. The big news with him being released, 9-time Pro Bowler. He was benched for the last couple of games. I think we all saw this coming, so it wasn't a surprise. For his career, 43,653 yards, 334 touchdowns, crazy, 106 INTs, and 188 games played. Now, the Broncos, like I said, they will subtract whatever contract he gets for next year from the money they owe him for next year. So he's going to get paid that $35 million no matter what. The difference is who's going to be covering most of the tab. So this is why I say he can go to a situation he likes for 1 year and do like a play it thing and an earn it, play and earn it thing and say, all right, I'm getting paid $35 million either way, so I'm going to go to Pittsburgh, which I think makes a lot of sense for Russell Wilson. I'm going to go to Pittsburgh and, just play for $5 million there and let the Broncos cover the other $30 million because that's the way it's going to work. His money is guaranteed no matter what. Whatever chunk of that $35 million does not get covered by his new team, Denver has to cover the rest. It's crazy. Never heard anything like that, but it's insane. That's crazy. Now, another team I think that makes a lot of sense for him, the Raiders. What do y'all think? You think they're happy where they're at quarterback? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe the Giants. The Giants look to be, I think JP, me and you were talking about this. We both get the sense that the Giants are like in rebuild mode. Like they're getting ready just to rebuild. You got some young receivers. Okay. You got a young tight end. You got some offensive linemen. They can build on that. And Daniel Jones, Rich Eisen came out this week and he says, based on the insiders he knows that he was hearing at the combine, all the talk was that, the ownership and the upper office of the New York Giants, that they're done believing in Daniel Jones. Now, Daniel Jones will be gone before the head coach is gone. Okay, let's just put that out the way. Because the head coach, I'd take him in a minute any day, especially over McCarthy. I would take Brian Table any day. Any day. But yeah, Daniel Jones, this I think his time could be done there. Now I don't know about the Russell Wilson thing. There could make a lot of sense because they got about $30 million in cap room right now. They can get him cheap and still make a couple of moves and still be a problem next year if they bring back Saquon. We don't know if Saquon's coming back. I think if they can bring Saquon back, go out and get Russell Wilson cheap, Giants. And I guarantee you you're going to be better than you were this past year. At least on the offensive side of the ball. Especially because Russell Wilson likes to use his tight ends. We don't know if Waller's coming back. Okay. You still got that good young tight end that you got there. So, I don't know. But I think Russell Wilson makes a lot of sense for the Giants. I don't know if he does for New England. I think there's not enough playmakers there to help him elevate that offense. Because Russell Wilson's not going to be a guy that's going to go to a team. Nobody is a Russell Wilson away from being a Super Bowl contender. Like no team right now is like, man, we get Russell Wilson in here. It's on. It is on. It's our year. No. Nobody is saying that. Because he is not going to be the guy that leads an offense. What he can be is a game manager, a veteran that can make the plays for you, play consistent ball, and let your playmakers do the work, man, if you got some defense playing too. So that's the way I see the Russell Wilson thing, man. My number 4 guy, though, Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill is interesting because he's had some strong years, solid years, but he's getting up there also. He spent some time, of course, with the Titans, Vikings, but I think right now he's looking at a backup role. I could see, maybe the New York Giants signing him as a backup to Daniel Jones. That's in a good insurance policy, cheaper one. Daniel Jones ain't balling, fine, get out. Ryan Tannehill, get your ass in there. New England makes a lot of sense for him as well. I mean, he can compete for a starting job there, if I'm being real. I know what's going on with Mac Jones. New York Jets, makes a lot of sense if he's looking to be a backup to Aaron Rodgers. That's a move I would make if I'm the Jets too. So Ryan Tannehill, I think he's got a lot of opportunities because of the fact that I think his market as a starting quarterback is a lot smaller than what his market as a backup will be. That's just being real. That's my thoughts. That takes me to my number 5 guy, Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew, y'all, he just wins games. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I love watching this dude play, man. I do. He just wins ball games. It's crazy, y'all. His accuracy last year was ridiculous. 74.2% accuracy rating last year. All right, Gardner Minshew, he can play. He plays hard. He plays with passing. The team, like he gets the guys pumped, man. You know what I mean? He can make an offense better. He's likely going to be a backup somewhere too. But I think he can go to a situation where maybe he can compete, maybe. But his mobility helps him because it extends plays. He could pick up big first downs on third down. He had Indianapolis in the playoff hunt last year where they were half the season without Jonathan Taylor. And, they lost Anthony Richardson. So Gardner Minshew comes in. Everybody's like, oh, we weren't expecting Indy to do much this year anyways, even with a rookie quarterback. And look at it. He had them down to the end, man, in the playoff hunt. Straight up. 17 games played, 62.2%. That was over the times that he started. He didn't start all 17 games. That's the thing. 3,305 yards, 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, y'all. 305 completions over 490 attempts. He was sacked 34 times. That's about half as many as Sam Howell, but still, that offensive line in Indy is not what it used to be. You get Gardner Minshew in a good opportunity to where he's got to come in, maybe somewhere like Miami, back up. Hell, who knows? But I got to be honest, Gardner Minshew, if he is quite possibly the best backup in the NFL. I mean, I'm trying to think of names off the top of my head. And if I'm wrong, guys, throw me some names out there. But, I mean, the more I think about it, Gardner Minshew could be the best backup right now going into the 2024 season in the NFL. That's if he's a backup. I expect him to be. And I think he knows his role. I think if he was a higher draft pick, he'd probably still be a starter somewhere. But he's been seeing as a backup his whole career. So, I don't know. Let's head to the comments, y'all. See what you guys are talking about. Where am I going? Okay, Angel, you're back. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back. Yeah. Jersey responding to the question in College Football 25 that Mike gave on who you playing with in College 25. Jersey says, my Nebraska Cornhuskers, of course. Of course. And there's Mike right there. Angel says, plot twist. Kirk goes to the Panthers and makes them a contender. That ain't happening. Come on, dog. Don't beat down my boy Bryce Young like that, man. Come on. He ain't giving his fair shake yet, man. I love it, though. Love it. Jersey's replying to Angel. Interesting. I was just going to ask Gabe, what if Kirk goes to a team like Carolina? That ain't going to happen, though, man. You know, Carolina is not going to throw the towel in on Bryce Young. That it would not be fair, especially if somebody with a better squad snatched him up and just made him a baller. Can you imagine? JP says Russell Wilson could still be an upgrade for a few teams. Exactly. You're right. You're right. He absolutely can. And that's why I say, like, he's not that guy who's like they're a Russell Wilson away from being a contender because they need that leader. But he could be a leader, but they're a Russell Wilson away because he completes an offense full of guys and playmakers. You know what I mean? JP, as a Giants fan, also says, I'll take a washed Russell Wilson over Daniel Jones any day. Any day. I don't blame you, man. I think like 100% of Giants fans would. Okay, we'll say like 99.9999% because the rest are like, you know, of course, Daniel Jones fans or family. So that's it. Jersey the King says, I think Ryan is done. I'm not going to lie. Tannehill, you think so? He's going to be a backup at least. But, okay, let me ask you guys something. If you needed a starting quarterback for next year, and you can afford only either Gardner Minshew or Ryan Tannehill, who would you take? Now, I know I got Gardner Minshew lower than Ryan Tannehill on my list, but I almost damn near put Minshew above Tannehill. You know what I mean? Like I would start Minshew in a heartbeat if I had to. I would trust him. Richard Urich, what is going on, man? He says, I would like him going to Chicago. You're talking about Russell Wilson? Or which one of my quarterbacks? I'm sorry, guys. I went through the whole segment before I got to your comments. Through my whole damn list. Now I'm confused. Give me some clarity, y'all. Give me some clarity. Yeah. So, Pittsburgh. I mentioned Pittsburgh with these teams. Now, the thing about Gardner Minshew, I think New England makes so much sense for Minshew. He can start there, if I'm being real. I think the Giants would make sense for him as a backup. So if you got to yank the freaking, Daniel Jones, get your ass to the bench, I would trust Gardner Minshew if I'm with the Giants. He makes them better. I think Vegas, he can help Vegas. So, okay, so Richard, you're talking about Tannehill. Okay, Tannehill to Chicago. Are you tripping? Because there's nobody. If Chicago does not draft Caleb Williams, nobody's starting over Justin Fields. At least not right now. But I don't blame you. If you want a pocket passer, hell, Tannehill's a better passer than friggin' Justin Fields is also, and Tannehill's still mobile. Angel says, I think either Russell or Kirk to Chicago would be a smart move. You know what would be? Okay. Bear with me here. Where am I? Damn, I'm looking. I was trying to go only at 2 hours, but we're going to go a little bit over today. Are y'all with me? Y'all ready to roll with me at least for another 20 minutes? Are we good? If we are, take a drink and kick back because I'm about to throw y'all a little scenario. Now, the Bears were DJ Moore. Now, this NFL draft coming up, guys, is very deep at wide receiver. A lot of good wide receivers. If Chicago were to trade back, and let's say they got themselves a couple of extra picks in the second round, maybe in the first, they still got somebody's first round pick. And what if they went and drafted a receiver, a wide receiver too, not Marvin Harrison Jr. because they trade down, but what if they traded and they went and signed Russell Wilson cheap or went and signed Kirk Cousins because the Chicago Bears, y'all, they got money right now. Chicago Bears, I think, have the highest amount of money to spend. They can get better in a hurry. Okay? We're talking like the worst first type of thing. That's the kind of money they got right now. What happens if they go and sign Kirk Cousins? Okay? And then you draft a receiver, or maybe you go sign another receiver, like some of the guys I talked about last week. Maybe a Marquise Brown on the other side of DJ Moore and Kirk Cousins there. And then you use that draft picks that you made, by trading down, and you get your receiver, you get you an offensive lineman. But right away, you get rid of Justin Fields. There's no Caleb Williams there, but you've got Kirk Cousins there, and maybe you sign Marquise Brown on the other side, and you got DJ Moore there, and you got those running backs. This Bears team all of a sudden looks pretty damn good. You got Kirk Cousins throwing the ball. Hell, I'll even take Russell Wilson over Justin Fields right now, if I'm being real. Is that too much? I don't know. Is that too much? Yeah, he's still in Chicago. JP says that DJ Moore's still in Chicago. He is still there. So it's Darnell Mooney that's no longer there. He is a free agent. He could get re-signed back, but I think he'll get suitors elsewhere. But honestly, that is a scenario that Chicago, that would be wild, y'all. Wild. They trade down. Somebody trades up, grabs Caleb Williams. Bears trade down for more picks, more high picks. Bolster their offensive line, draft themselves another receiver, and then turn around and with all that money they've got, they sign Kirk Cousins or sign Russell Wilson cheap, and then bring in somebody like Hollywood Brown to be on the other side. It would look a lot different. Going to Jersey in the comments, he says, I'm taking Garner. You're talking about what I was asking? Yeah, I'm taking Garner too. Richard says, Bears should sign Pittman. Unfortunately, Pittman was already slapped with the franchise tag. I believe it was yesterday. The Indianapolis Colts said, nope, you ain't going nowhere. And it is a non-exclusive tag. So he can be traded on this tag, but that means if I'm still correct, if I'm correct that this is still the same, they would have to, any team that would trade for him would have to give up like 2 number 1 picks or something like that for because of the franchise tag. So Pittman's in Indy, but I like where you were thinking with this because it would have made a hell of a lot of sense to put Pittman on the other side with DJ Moore. But unfortunately for the Bears, the Colts slapped the franchise tag on Pittman, so he ain't going nowhere. So that's what I got for that one, y'all. But let me know what you guys think, man. Keep going with it. Now, we're going to go to the next part of the NFL free agent series and cover the offensive linemen. We're going to run through this one quick, y'all. And this one breaks my heart. Y'all don't understand. Tyron Smith, but I kind of saw it coming. Looks like him and the team are going to part ways now. They could still re-sign him. He's just going to test the market, but it should be a very high market. Okay? It's going to be a very high market for him. Somebody's going to pay this man a lot of money. I don't know how much he'll stay on the field. He has not played a complete season since 2015. It's almost 10 years. So when he is on the field, though, he is elite still. Somebody going to pay him for a partial season, but Tyron Smith right now is the top offensive lineman out there, free agent, and somebody's going to get a good one. Hopefully he comes back to Dallas, but I think what Dallas is doing, they're looking at Bass when he was coming on at guard. I think what they're going to do is they're going to jump Tyler Smith back out to tackle where he's going to excel anyways, like he was at guard, like he has been when he's had to play left tackle. And then they're going to put Bass at guard. I really want to see them go and try to draft Johnson Powers from Oregon at center. It's the guy I'm really high on. You guys have heard me talk about him. You've seen me post about him if you follow my social medias. If you don't, shame on you. Please do so now. But I think that Tyron Smith, man, he's just, he's one of the greatest offensive linemen in Cowboys history. Could be the best tackle in Cowboys history. Okay, 8 Pro Bowls, 2-time All-Pro, definitely a future first ballot Hall of Famer. Yeah, he did play 14 games last year, man, but how much more does he have left? I don't know. Now let's move to the number 2 guy. For me, that's Trent Brown, New England Patriots. Guy's a beast. He is an elite pass blocker. He's had like these incentives to keep his weight down. So he's, when he those bunch formations with blocking, he doesn't excel as well on that, because he's a little bit leaner. He can move around a lot faster. But the thing that makes Trent Brown so valuable, y'all, is that he can play both right tackle and left tackle without skipping a beat. That's going to make him very valuable. Cowboys. How much money y'all going to spend? Okay. He has kept his weight down, so that helps. So that's my number 2 guy. I go to my number 3. That's center Connor Williams from the Dolphins. He's been one of the top centers in the NFL. Gave up 1 sack all of last season. He's been very good, and he's another guy. It's probably he's gonna demand a pretty penny for team. Anytime you get a good center that can hold it down in the middle, you're good. You know what I mean? Your money. Go with guard Kevin Zeitler as my number 4 guy. I almost had him at 5. I put him up at number 4 with Baltimore. Now, he is still in talks with Baltimore. They're hoping to keep him around. He is a 12-year vet, man. He made his first Pro Bowl, but damn, he did it in a contract year, as happens a lot. He was rated second, in pass blocking by PFF. This dude was money in the pass blocking game last year. All right, so he's that kind of guy for that if you need a guard and you're in a win now mode, this is the guy you want to go out and get for a year or two. He's playing his best ball late in his career. So that's who you want. My number 5 guy is guard Kevin Dotson from the Los Angeles Rams. Is another guy that is still talking to the team, but he's going to test the market. He was traded from Pittsburgh to LA last year. Came in and was just a big piece of that offensive success for the Rams. We didn't know what to expect, but they changed their whole scheme, their pass blocking scheme. It turned into a heavy gap scheme from that spread. So his pass blocking abilities are up there. He's going to be another guy that is very sought after. Offensive line, y'all. Do not sleep on the offensive linemen, the big uglies, because like I told y'all earlier, like when I was talking about my Arlington Renegades, a lot of people don't like to admit that the offensive line is the heart of any defense. It can make your quarterback good because they give him time. They protect him. It can protect your good quarterback already. It makes your running back good, which in turn helps your defense because it keeps them off the field when your running game and pass game are on point. So show some love to the offensive lineman, but it's a pretty good top 5 I got here for the free agents, man. And Tyron Smith leads them all. But let's head to the comments, see what y'all talking about. Mike Tackett says Brian Burns got the tag today in Carolina. Any chance the team will trade him away while taking on his franchise tag if that means getting a first or second round pick in return? Oh, man, I can't believe I forgot this. Brian Burns, man, you talk about a stud. This dude, he did get the tag, and there is a chance that they could trade him. Now, this defense was so good last year. They were top 5 most of the year, and that went unspoken of by everybody for Carolina because of how bad the team was, the offense was, But Brian Burns, this is big. And there are some of these guys, y'all, like Ladarius Sneed, who was just franchise tagged by the Chiefs, who they're saying they're willing to listen to offers for a trade. You know what I mean? They franchise tag these guys, dump that money off on somebody else, and get something for them. So, but Brian Burns, yeah, he's if they're listening to offers for a trade, why not? Shoot, I'll give up a second round pick quick for Brian Burns if I need a stud edge rusher. Straight up. Yeah. Going to Jersey, he says, me too, bro. Tyron being a free agent kills me. It does. I think we all saw this coming, though. But, let's be real, dog. I think we all kind of expected this when they went and drafted Tyler Smith. And when they drafted him, I thought it was a year too late that we got his replacement. So when they drafted Tyler Smith, I was like, here we go. And Tyler Smith is proving to be everything that they wanted him to be already. Angel says, cheers, carnal. Finally got a bruise because you went to the store. Cheers. Yeah. Mike Tackett says the best story of the offseason so far is punter Matt Araiza getting another chance after a false accusation. Yes, absolutely. Y'all remember that with the Bills? Dude never got a chance. Had that girl that threw all those false accusations. They got rid of his ass. Come to find out that he wasn't even there. Yeah. No repercussions for the team. Nothing he can do. It's horrible. So I'm glad he's getting another chance. I agree, Mike, 100%. Yeah. Jersey says, going back to UFL, Renegades time to raise hell. March 30th, baby. Mount up. Let's go. Angel says the same thing. So that's what I got for you guys this week, man. Hey, it was a lot, right? My throat's hurting. Damn. It was fun, though, man. Shoot. These, like, when I do these 2-hour shows, man, it goes fast, guys. I spend like all week preparing for this stuff, and then I really had to crunch it down the last couple of days. So if I forgot anything, I apologize. Follow my social medias, and I will put it all out there. Okay. Once again, I'm going to give you guys my social medias on Instagram at GGarcia, Gridiron Nation Post. All right, follow me on there, man. I'm trying to get the TikTok followers up, guys. So if you're on TikTok, do me a favor, open the app right quick, look me up, Gridiron Nation Podcast, and just hit a follow, because when I get to 1,000 followers, I'm not even close yet. Okay, trying to get to 200 now, but when I get to 1,000, I can live stream there. So I need you guys' help. Okay. And also, once again, Gridiron Nation Podcast at gmail.com is the official email. Shoot me your questions like Jersey did earlier. We'll talk about it, man. I'll give you all my thoughts on whatever it is you want to talk about. It don't even have to be football. It could be any sport. NBA, it don't matter. How about my Orlando Magic, baby? We're rolling right now. Paulo. Yeah. Rolling right now. Facebook at Gridiron Nation on the number one. And on Twitter, X at the number one Gridiron Nation, y'all. Follow me, man. Ride with me. And also, if you're watching this on Facebook or on Twitter, open your YouTube app. Look up Gridiron Nation Vodcast with a V as in victory. And subscribe, please, and share it. All right? I'm trying to get my subscribers up on YouTube also, guys. And I really need your help to do that. Okay? So definitely subscribe, follow, like the videos, share it all, and help your boy out. And let's grow this thing, because I need you all to help me grow this year. All right, Jersey the King says, great show tonight, brother. Thank you, my friend. I hope you're feeling better, bro. I'm going to be calling you tomorrow, man. We got to get ready for our show this week, y'all. We got to get ready for our show this week. In case you didn't know, I don't know where you've been, but on Saturdays, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, okay, that's 1 p.m. Eastern Time, the Gridiron Show with Jersey the King, the creator, the founder, and his co-host, yours truly, the OG Double G, man. You can catch us every Saturday, guys. We're going to be talking a lot of spring football. We'll talk some NFL moves. We'll get more in depth with this, because now I can get, like, we might get into a debate too. It happens, y'all. And it's fun as hell, man. Y'all need to join us this Saturday, all right? And also every Tuesday evening. I know it's Wednesday, but I was sick, okay? I don't care. I was sick. Don't judge me. Consistency is key, and I'm here. Gridiron Nation Podcast with your host, Gabriel Garcia, on Tuesday evenings, a.k.a. The Wicked One. And I'm going to throw this up for you guys one more time. You can find my music on Spotify. There's the QR code, or anywhere you get your music. Look for that picture right there. And you know you got the right one. Think y'all might be digging the music. If you haven't heard me yet, give your boy a chance, man. If you like hip-hop, I guarantee you might be digging my music, all right? So, I'm about to get out of here, familia. Next week, I'll be coming on Tuesday. I'll be dropping a recorded episode Tuesday night. It'll be available on Spotify, all audio streaming platforms, and I will try to have it up on YouTube, the video version, by Wednesday. Okay, I go back to work next week, man. Damn. This vacation, man, halfway through my vacation, I've been sick the whole damn time. It's ridiculous. But what I do, I walked on. Because that is my message for this week. You know, you guys, I always love to send all my familia, my gente out there with a positive message. And last week I quoted Bruce Lee. And this week I was talking to a good friend who knows who he is. And, you know, it was just going through some things, man. You know, like we all are. And this is something right here that Bruce Lee had a popular quote, and it's just so simple, the 2 words, walk on. But what he's talking about It's just keeping that chin in the wind and keep moving forward, because walking on means a step forward every single time. That means you're progressing. You're getting through it, whatever the hell it is. Life's throwing at you. You're walking through it. That means you're getting through it, and you keep progressing. You keep moving forward, because life ain't stopping you, no matter what it's trying to throw at you. That's what he means by this, y'all. Okay, so sometimes, y'all, we're going to feel like, hey, man, you question yourself, especially us fellas, man. Let's be real, guys. We have the whole machismo thing. We have the whole sense of responsibility thing when it comes to our families and those that we love, and that we need to be doing our own to hold it down and provide. You know what I mean? I get that, because I have been there more than, man, I still get there. I still doubt myself sometimes, come down on myself. But then I remember Bruce Lee, walk on. You just keep moving forward, no matter what. Because no matter what you're thinking, because we all have that ego, but it's the ego that feeds that whole desire to want to provide for everybody, to want to succeed with our families, with our jobs, with our school, with whatever it is, me with my podcast, whatever it is that we've put our heart into, with our home and our family and stuff, or something like this. It's that ego, which is not always a bad thing. It's that little bit of ego that gives that desire to want to continue to do well and to be enough. And damn it, fellas, every one of you is enough. You're more than enough. All right? So when you're feeling that way, you get your ass up, you brush your shoulder off, and you walk on. Okay? Don't think about the problem. Think about the solution, man. Like Bruce Lee, another quote he said, it's like a finger pointing to the moon. Don't focus on the finger. That's the problem. Or you'll miss all that heavenly glory. Because the moon, that's your solution right there. All right? Sometimes it could be something within yourself. But you need to look at yourself and say, man, I could do this better. Or sometimes it's just a situation that life has you in where you say, all right, I'm going to weather this storm. I'm going to do enough to keep food on the table, to keep a roof over my head. I'm going to try to swallow my pride at times in my relationship and keep my mouth shut when I should. You know what I mean? It's okay to do that, fellas. Nothing wrong with that. It's called sacrifice, man. And that is a big part of walking on and getting through these problems life throws at us every single day. You feel me? I hope you guys do, man. I hope you guys do. I'm going to go back to the comments real quick. Get what y'all talking about. Mike Tackett says mental, physical, or anything else, your health is your wealth. That right there. Mike, I got to use that, man. That is a hell of a great quote. Your health is your wealth, mental or physical. Absolutely right, Mike. Thank you for chiming in with that, man. Definitely. Jersey with the tagline, be one of my friends and have a great night. Angel coming with it too, man. And Angel C's promoting the music, man. Y'all enjoy Wicked's World. That's right. That's right. And Jersey, plug in. Make sure you subscribe to the Gridiron Nation podcast channel on YouTube. Yes. And also, guys, damn, I wish I'd put it in the presets here. Got a new thing now. If you got a Roku TV or your Fire Stick, go on and download an app called Fuel. It's the sports app by the fans, for the fans. I'm going to be on there soon. You can catch all the podcasts of the Fan Legion for the UFL. We're going to be there, man. Me and Jersey going to be there. So y'all be ready for that, all right? On Roku, it's called Fuel. Yes, F-E-U-L. Did I spell that right? Y'all know what I mean, man. Y'all get on there, man. I got to put it in the presets for next week, all right? But I am out of here, familia. I'm going to catch you guys next week. We're going to be ready with some new stuff. I know we're going to be talking about free agency, so that's probably going to be most of the show next week. And hopefully some more UFL news. And I'm about to get off and look for my Renegades and see if we dropped our jerseys yet, because I'm ready to see them. Straight up. I need to see them. All right? Angel, you saying send you the link? Is that for the fuel? I will. I absolutely will, man. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get out of here. But you already know, guys, no matter what life throws at you, every single week, you can get through it, okay? No matter what your mind is trying to bring you down, because the body follows, you can get through it, man. You can. You're strong enough. You know why? Because you're here. As long as you're breathing, you're strong enough because you've got control, okay? Life may throw stuff at you that maybe you're like, damn, it throws you off track a little bit or a lot. I get it. I've been there. I still get there sometimes. But the key here, guys, is just to learn to adapt. You know, you flow right around it, man. You adapt, you evolve. You know, water, it can crash to where it can break mountains, or it can flow softly right around. So what's the key? The key right here, my friends, is, well, in the words of the great Bruce Lee, be water, my friends. Familia, I'm going to catch you guys next week. This is Gridiron Nation, y'all. I am out. Thank each and every one of you for joining me. Hell, we're getting closer to 100, y'all. So y'all stay on the ride and rock with me, ride with me, vibe with me. And I'm going to holler at you. Holler at your boy, man. I'll see y'all next week. Gridiron Nation Podcast, Familia. It's all one love. Peace.
I'll be blowing up and booming like the 4th of July. The #1 draft pick, them has-beens till they past tense. Everybody wanna feel this glory I bask in. Getting antsy when they see my silhouette in the smog. Then you struggle with your breathing as I creep through the fog. Let's get it on. Gonna meet me up in the end zone. Before they know it, when they looking up and I'm big gone. We